Terminal onde nós estamos, tem que se tirar como se fosse um parque de estacionamento. Temos que entrar na parte de estacionamento, depois quando a gente pagar a parte de estacionamento, pede o recibozinho para depois te pagarem.
Ah, tá bem.
Ok.
Sempre antes de sair, você tem que ver se o Tuk não tá ligado na tomada, tá bem?
Ah, pois, tá bem.
Você
Pronto.
levou embora o fio. Peraí.
Tá bem, pronto. Oh yeah, okay. Today we have a tuk who can open the brakes. So I have to use just the normal brake on this tuk, but that is not very strong. I tried right now how fast he got off the brake, and it was for no instance. So the battery don't take that much energy. So yeah. So yeah, that it could be well, it could come to an accident. So yeah, we'll see. Tuk don't work that much that good. And then not only that, the share is too far front. So oh, in Germany that don't would pass to the inspection. You cannot brake that way. Not good. So oh, pues, okay. Very soon. Very soon the so if you want to make an emergency brake, then you can and count on the motor brake. That's not good. Okay, we will see. So, hey, oh, Tuk-Tuk tour. So yes. Opa!
só ali à saída ver se há ali alguém à nossa espera.
Sim.
Já está.
Está bem. Bom dia. Hã?
Quando vamos sair, tem a máquina lá ao fundo, a gente paga e depois pede o recibozinho e depois ao final do dia a Juliana dá-nos o dinheiro de volta. Eles ainda vão demorar um bocadinho. A senhora vem cá ter connosco.
Qual é a ruta? São
Então,
2 horas?
São 3.
Ok.
Então, vamos aos vinhos, depois vamos aos pastéis e depois vamos e acabamos no Nossa Senhora do Monte. Ou seja, daqui vamos
Mas o coisa pediu que seja às 10 os
às
vinhos.
10 os vinhos, portanto vamos dar uma voltinha. Vamos por onde? Deixa-me pensar. Nós temos que esperar pelo Tiago, que está no outro cruzeiro, vai fazer a mesma rota que nós, temos que estar ao mesmo tempo que ele nos vinhos.
Sim, às 10.
Portanto, às 10 temos de estar com eles e ele com o grupo deles.
Pois.
Portanto, vamos aqui, vamos Terreiro do Paço, vamos fazer Chiado, vamos se calhar ao Parlamento, vamos se calhar parar, não sei se paramos no spa já, se depois paramos para comer os pastéis, mas pronto, ou se calhar paramos já no spa também para fazer mais tempo, já temos que estar nos vinhos às 10.
Mas 1h30 até dava para fazer primeiro o Alfama.
Pois então fazemos se calhar Alfama.
Estamos aqui mais perto da Alfama, não é?
Não, o problema da Alfama é que depois temos que fazer Alfama quando voltarmos quando formos ao monte, à Nossa Senhora do Monte. Ou seja, depois temos que fazer Alfama quando formos ao monte. O problema é esse.
Sim, mas 1h30 dá para ir para
Nós
para o
começamos
monte
às 9.
às 9.
É 1 hora, pronto, mesmo assim temos 1 hora. Mas mesmo assim, vamos esperar pelo Tiago. Se já seguimos o Tiago quando nós vamos esperar ali naquele chafariz que há aqui por dentro,
Sim.
no chafariz del Rei. Nós vamos esperar aí pelo Tiago, ver também qual é a rota dele. E depois daí seguimos, se calhar vamos fazer Chiado, Carmo, vamos fazer essa zona aí, se calhar paramos já no São Pedro de Alcântara, para fazer mais tempo, para eles também verem e fazer um bocadinho mais de tempo. É isso que vai acontecer.
Está bem. Isso aqui é o barco, não?
Este é o barco, é a Zamara.
Tem uma bandeira maltesa. Como...
Pois tem. Vão ser 6, vão ser 3 por tu.
Está bem. São inglês? Ninguém sabe.
Eles estão a falar muito americano, com sotaque americano. Portanto, estes são barcos mais pequeninos, este porto aqui.
Sim, mas normalmente costumam mais barcos mais pequenos são mais baratos, mais caros.
Pois são, pessoas que tocam mais dinheiro.
Sim.
É bom para nós. Tem mais.
Vamos ver. Qual é, quer dizer, vais falar com o Tiago, qual rota ele vai fazer?
Sim, nós temos de estar ou fazemos a mesma rota que ele, ou vamos atrás dele, porque temos de estar nos vinhos ao mesmo tempo que ele.
Mas mesmo assim. Pois é, então. Quantos tu que são eles? São 3, 4.
Só 3 ou 4 vão ser ele. Ou então vão ser só 2 também, não sei. Mas para estarmos nos vinhos ao mesmo tempo, são mais 6 pessoas, não há grande problema.
Sabes, a única coisa que eu estou a pensar é bem estar cedo no Nosso Senhor do Monte. E despachas melhor lá no Nosso Senhor
Pois,
do Monte.
o problema é que está outro grupo na Senhora do Monte e se eu não cumpro as rotas, elas ficam... Eu tenho que cumprir as rotinhas todas, e é a rota 3, senão elas ficam desorientadas lá no escritório. Quem é que está nos vinhos, quem é que está nos não sei o quê. Eu também já pensei nisso, irmos já para a Senhora do Monte, mas depois sobra-nos tempo. E nós temos que cumprir as rotas, senão...
Pois é. Isto aqui tem pouco parques, por acaso.
Como diz?
Tem pouco parques.
Tem.
Estacionamentos. Este aqui é por 2.
Este aqui está por 2, também está mal estacionado.
Deviam de ser sem bagagem. Acho eu. Como chama as pessoas? Não sabes?
Não sei, não faço ideia. Não tenho aqui os nomes. Mas a menina diz que nós somos os últimos, portanto ela vem ter connosco depois para nos orientar aqui. As pessoas também veem os tucs e.
Pois aquela menina está a organizar isso também.
É uma menina que está ali à frente a organizar os autocarros e já vem cá ter connosco.
Ah, está bem.
Ja, das funktioniert nicht. Er hat eine E-Klasse.
Por o banquinho. Espero que não chova. Já se vai chover.
Ah, sim, vai chover. Aqui eu tenho o radar.
Pois vai, mas
Aqui.
tristeza. Chover a manhã toda.
Por acaso.
ser que não passa assim, só fica assim no lado.
Ah, sim, olha aqui.
Vai chover, não é?
Vai chover lá para as 2 da tarde.
Ah, mas vai lá.
Ah. Não, isto é o senhor que não pode bater o carro direito.
Everything must be in the back. Not allowed in the front.
Ah. E nós temos ainda tempo.
Temos.
Aqueles carros pequenitos que aqui pode andar, aqueles pinachos,
Sim.
esses são carros que podes andar sem carta de condução, como é?
Não faço ideia. Acho que não. Acho que precisas de. Quer dizer, se for como uma moto, com uma acelera, acho que não precisas. Por acaso não sei. Não faço ideia. Aquilo é da Boost também. A Boost está em todo lado. A Boost é a empresa que a gente faz aqueles grandes tours com muitos tuk-tuks. A Boost tem muita coisa. Tem bicicletas, tem segways, tem as espinas, tem tuk-tuks, claro.
Ah, eles também têm uma empresa de Tuk-Tuk.
Tem. Eles têm uma empresa de. Eles têm
É aquele
tudo.
com peixe, como é?
Diz?
Do boost é aqueles com os peixes à volta, não?
São vários. São os Ecotuk, tem brancos,
Ah.
tem Ecotuk, tem uns com peixes também. Eles têm vários tuk-tuks. É a maior empresa em Lisboa, pelo menos. Não sei se alguém se magoar. Se onde é que se magoou.
É novo isso, não é?
Não, eles dão sempre. Fica uma pessoa responsável fica uma pessoa responsável e normalmente guarda logo. E é também para pôr os bilhetes. E um bocadão. Este não vem mais longe.
Bom dia.
Outro tá chegou hoje? Outro barco já tá hoje?
Não sei, não sei.
E ontem, né?
Eu não sei.
É mesmo na porta daquela. Não sei muito bem. Só se vocês olharem para cima que vem. Ainda não
Monsanto.
Temos grandes obras aqui.
Aqui?
Em Santa Apolónia, é nisto tudo para as águas da chuva, para não haver cheias, para as águas da chuva irem diretamente para o rio.
Sim. Eles também querem fazer um metro para o outro lado do rio, não é?
Pois isso não sei.
Viste alguma coisa disto?
Isso há de ser um grande plano também.
Não, mas isso não é tão pressa, não se faz por completo.
Pois não.
As pessoas 10 anos ao sei lá eu.
Também acho que não.
Grande confusão aqui, né?
É, porque isto é pequenino, isto é mais pequenino, este é mais pequenino.
Aí ele sai outra vez. Esse encarito era bom. Ah, não. Só está a meter. Tanto trabalho. Isto aqui é o terminal velho, como é?
Olha, se queres que te diga, não sei. Eu acho que é. Eu acho que é um terminal antes daquele existir. Só que ainda se mantém para barcos mais pequeninos.
Está bem. Quer dizer, e para nós chamas isto aqui como?
Este é o terminal de Santa Apolónia. Aquele é o novo terminal.
Ah, está bem, pronto, agora eu sei. Quer dizer, o outro não tem nome, só tem novo.
É o novo terminal.
Oh. Parece que um barco aqui cabe, não é? Tem tantas malas.
Pois parece que acaba aqui, parece. Não sei. Não vamos ir com malas, acho que
É essa senhora que está aqui agora aqui.
não, não, não. Essa menina deve estar lá ao fundo. Está lá ao fundo.
Não. Morning.
Good morning. How much? Do you speak English?
Yeah, we
You
speak.
English?
Yes, we do.
How much would it cost to go to Rua de Gloria?
So we are with the booking already.
Oh, okay.
So it depends on the transfer. That is considered as a transfer.
Oh.
So it depends on the driver. We are already with the booking with some people
Oh,
that
no
are
problem.
already
We'll
with
check
the.
it. We'll just
If
go
you-
across.
Yeah, if you go across a little bit to your left,
Yeah.
you can go through here. There is another docking, another
Yeah.
next to this ship, and you'll find some drivers there.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thanks.
You're
Is it
welcome.
easier to go that way or this way?
It's easier to go here. You go just across this construction, and you have a zebra to go to.
Do you speak English? Yeah. Ah, funny. Nós dizemos já no princípio good morning, então. Do you
Exato,
speak
sim.
English?
Desconfiada.
Está confiando. E agora? Só falta 25 minutos.
É estranho esta hora, já devia estar aqui.
Porque há muita confusão, talvez é por causa disto.
Mas a esta hora nós já devíamos estar a começar. Já deviam estar aqui pessoas a entrar para conhecer.
Vamos lá ver que está escrito aqui.
Yeah. Can I?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
It's not a very long drive.
Estás com qual? Este é o 20 e quê? 22?
25?
25.
Este tem problemas com o travão.
Pois.
Por acaso agora ainda é pior do que estava.
Está pior? Oh, chatice.
Com ela? Sim. Se tu já falaste com ela? Com ela.
One of you can use this door.
You were right on time. We were actually early. It's a miracle. Hello.
Hello. Morning. Se os outros já estão prontos, nós vamos ter a nossa
Não,
volta.
o Tiago já mandou mensagem e já vai arrancar. A gente faz depois
Então fazemos a nossa visão.
Fazemos a nossa voltinha e contamos todos os vinhos.
Se eles precisam de muito tempo, até podemos ir diretamente para os vinhos.
Exatamente, se demorarem muito mais tempo.
Vamos!
Vamos embora.
Mas eles pagam na mesma, mesmo que os clientes não venham, não?
Ah, sim, sim. Já faltava, nós estamos cá a estas horas. Paga dinheiro.
Já ganhamos dinheiro.
Já ganhamos isso, sim, isso é garantido. Isso é garantido.
Ah, está lá.
Ah, estão aqui. Hello.
Tuk-Tuk.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning.
Can I see your tickets?
Yes.
Please. So, this one I think is for you.
I think this the other way.
Morning.
The other way?
This is yours.
Okay.
But
So
we don't
I'll have the
care.
smaller one.
We don't. That is no
There you
And
go.
give us the rubbish.
How are you? So you can have that one. You can have this one.
The
over
grey
here.
one. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
We have.
And maybe I can help you. Just a moment. We have another solution, maybe. Okay, you are ready. Okay. Não são três?
São 6 ao todo, portanto são mais 2 pessoas.
Okay. So we're waiting just for 2 more.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, is that all?
Uh,
Just 4 of us.
4?
Yeah, and there's another one. There's more people. I don't know how many there are.
Ok. Oh, eles dizem que só somos 4.
Só são 4, então deixa-me perguntar a mim.
So, if you want to, you can use this one.
I can use this one.
Yeah, and then you can sitting a little bit on the side.
Oh, that's better. That
Yeah.
is more. This is much better. This is a whole thing.
So Lily was really confused this morning.
Yes, yes.
Right, I'm in.
Where's my end of this? Is it where's the end of this one?
It's here. Oh, no. No, it must be further up.
Yeah, come a little bit
you
more
need
to the
Oh,
left.
here it is. There it is. Really, I've got to get further up here. Oh, there it is.
Now, perfect.
Has it gone in?
Isn't?
Why would that go in? Oh, that's it. It's it.
Oh, great.
Done.
So, ladies, where you come from?
I'm from London. She's from England.
We're both from England.
We're both from England.
Okay, then I can share you on the things we have in common with England.
Yes.
At first.
A lot of things. Yeah. Portugal is our oldest ally.
Oh, you know it already.
Oh,
Yes, perfect.
I am a history person, and I've been to Lisbon lots of times.
And we love it.
And we love it, yes.
Oh, great.
So, and we know that Portuguese love us.
So,
And we usually love your weather, but you've got our weather. I'm
Today.
sorry we brought
this
it.
year is completely messed up.
Everything's wrong.
The whole world
Yeah.
is in a mess at the minute.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
in every
Valencia.
hmm?
Look at Valencia. The floods, Valencia.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And Spain was dreadful,
Oh.
dreadful. And you usually have such beautiful springs.
Yesterday was much better.
Oh, good, good.
Yes,
But-
looking at the weather each day, it's been quite nice here. It's today. They said at 10 o'clock it's going to rain. They said. But never mind.
We have a roof.
We have a roof and we can put this off down to.
Yeah.
What I can also share, we have
Yes.
that what I mentioned,
Yeah,
the longest aliens between
Yes,
two nations.
yes.
But we have also these Celtic roots.
Yes.
So at least not for English, but the Scottish, the
Yes,
Welsh,
England,
the
yeah.
Irelands,
Great Britain,
and even the Cornwall region.
Olá, como está?
Olá.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Já tenho aqui mais estes dois senhores, que são 6 no total.
Sim.
Ok, quero os bilhetes e vocês podem ir.
Sim. Oh, yeah, you like to come here or you want to go this one? Hmm? This is no different. There's no different. Like you want. So then.
Hello. Maybe you can sit on There's a step there. No, thank you. It's on my bag.
Oh,
Backpack
yes.
is fine. Hang on.
Just call
It's
somebody.
all right now. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, good morning. Have you got steps for this side?
Hmm?
Have you got a step for this?
Yeah, we can. We have another step here, if it is helpful. This will be fun.
And you're tall. Get on the knob. No. You don't think
Qual é o plano?
Então,
Qual é o plano?
Vamos devagarinho, vamos por vamos fazer assim. Antes da Terra do Paço, viramos à direita, vamos pela Rua da Madalena, vamos até ao Martim Muniz,
Tá bem.
vamos até à Praça da Figueira, vamos até ao Rossio, depois subimos ao Chiado, devagarinho, fazemos o carro, passamos pelo Spa, no Spa a gente encosta só para falar contigo.
Tá bem. So, very cool. Please put the seatbelts. Yes.
Have you got another extension? Make it longer.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, adjust them on. Who needs this? You?
You need the extension out.
Yeah, yeah. Tens uma extension para o cinto?
Não.
E agora?
Agora, olha, não leva cinto. Já puseste isto tudo até ao fim?
So let me see. Can I have this pencil? Oh, it's open already.
That's not gonna work.
The middle
Not
one
good.
is a lap bar and you've got these shoulder ones. No,
No,
you
look.
don't. Have the configuration.
Not gonna work.
Então não leva cinto? Não sei. Passamos pela garagem. Queres passar pela garagem? Quando vamos aos vinhos, estacionamos lá na garagem e pedimos uma extensão.
So,
I'll whip over there if you
No,
stop.
no.
Stop him, go.
Stop, no, stop. And it will give them more. You're too big.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if we move,
Fine.
then you can, yeah. We
Sure.
Fine, if you want.
Very nice of you.
Yes.
Well, we'll see.
let's see.
Now you don't have to be up. I am. Jesus, please leave me alone.
Sorry.
Getting out of her way.
Yeah.
So,
I know. Have I got everything?
Still not even a Uh-huh.
there we are. You're welcome. So there we are. Everything okay? So just a moment, we have to pay the garage parking lot.
Devia resolver assim.
Pois. Ah, já está. É só.
Depois. Depois aqui a gente quer recibo. E o recibo a gente guarda. Então, olha não deu recibo.
Aqui, olha aqui. Está lasquito. Okay, let's go. So let's go. Here we are. So here we are.
got the ship had fruit and it is for coffee.
We have problems with the techniques.
Says it's
Are you the first time in Lisbon? Ah, okay.
yeah, we've been here several times.
So maybe someone mentioned already that between Portugal and England, we have the oldest alliance between two nations. Alliance since 1384, still in force. The Treaty of Windsor. So I think that begins in the 12th century, that we have, or 13th century, Portugal has already a navy, and once they protect England against the French, and then afterward English help us a few times against the Castilians, which later transformed to Spain. And then we participate also the two world wars. So you ever heard about the big earthquake of Lisbon? The big earthquake of Lisbon? Earthquake. 1755 we had the earthquake. Big,
The
yeah.
earthquake, oh
So,
fire, earthquake, terrible.
and then came the tsunami.
Yeah.
So I mentioned this in the beginning because sometimes we pass some places where it is related to, and I will explain when it's on time. So you know that already. That is good. Makes easier. So. Here, there are three things on the same day. That was the earthquake, then the big fires, and then the people flee from the fire to the water. And then came a tsunami. So it means that all the downtown here where we are now, so everything what you see now, it is from the Renaissance. It means 18th century. So on the right side, this part is a little bit new. Is quite new. Is 20th century, and this one is then 18th century. So and then we pass the Praça do Comércio, which was located palace of the king family. The king family had a palace here on that side, and was also completely destroyed. And then they rebuilt on the place where the king palace. They built this place for the people. So you see the Praça do Comércio. On the center of the Praça do Comércio is King José I, who was the king on the time of the earthquake. He was just 5 years on charge, and then he gets. They write that they wrote that he get a very deep sadness, so he get in a depression, and he went to his palace in Sintra, and he never get off the palace. So he was all his life there. And the reconstruction, Marquis de Pombal did for him. So the whole city in the center here is completely have to be rebuilt again. And uptown on the left side, there's an uptown, and there was destroyed by the earthquake and the fire. So yeah, what was survived best is the Alfama, which is right behind the docks of the ships. So yeah. On the right side is a blue building, is the headquarters of our Navy. So here down you see the Pink Street. That was past time was the red light district, but right now is for party and coffee and have fun. That is the wires from the trams, from the electricals. So now on the left side, you will see the place of Luís de Camões, which is the most important poet of Portugal. He lived on the time of the sailors, of the discoverer, and he write down how Portugal got his empire.
Yeah, those were great days.
Yeah. And so one of the things he mentioned, because we have not that manpower like England have, on the biggest expansion, Portugal have just 1 million people. So, and at the same time, England have 14 million, just England. So we had to use some tricks, and he mentioned it. For example, we left some people on the side. We want to have it, or just to get supply for our ships. And with only the order, please make friends. And then when the ship comes back, these people supply the ship with water and food, and they get part of a trade line. So it is like the first idea of the European community. Look what a beautiful view. I think they're so beautiful here down. Now we come to the most expensive street on the time of the last dynasty, and here was tailors, here was shoemakers, here was everything to serve the king family and the higher upper class. So of course the old companies are not the most not don't survive the times. So, but we have one who survived the old times to now. It is a bookstore, and it is nowadays the oldest bookstore in the world. And there we will pass, and it's right behind this construction site. Yeah. So there's the oldest bookstore in the world. So of course all of this is most of the houses are new constructed. Here we had the fires and earthquake. Not the tsunami. The tsunami comes not that high. But this house, this church, was completely destroyed and was rebuilt. And Marquis Pombal, who reconstructed the whole city, he wants to make a copy of the Vatican. So inside in this church, there are paintings like in the Vatican. So right now it's closed. Oh, I'm sorry. But I think they open up at 10 a.m. maybe. Now you will see a very beautiful building by the paintings. You see it on the left side.
Oh, yeah.
You see, there's the yellow paintings and adulations on the end. Then on the end of the street, this house.
Yeah.
That is everything. Okay, Everything. Okay, some houses are older because if they survive the earthquake, they're still standing here. But expensive stuff what the people have inside, there's nothing left because of the fires. On the right side, you see the Igreja de Carmo. This church was never rebuilt after the earthquake, and they left it just to remember it. And the building next behind with the National Guards in front, that is the headquarter of the National Guard. And here ends the revolution. We had a revolution against our dictator. And here ends the army and please the dictator to leave the country. 1974. So not that far. So and now we will pass the Rossio train station. It was built in the style of the monolithic style. So that is like neoclassic. Built in 1900, of course, the train station. The train stops in the upper floor because here's a hill, you know. So, oops, sorry. And you will see there's a lot of beautiful ornaments on it. We pass on the side and we will see it also in front. Yeah. So, and there we see on the front, on the left side, the Rossio train station. And in the monolithic style, that is the style of Manuel I, who built also the Jerónimos in Belém. And it is very playful, and you found this kind of style only in Portugal. This is really unique here. So, and then we had this problem, not only with the earthquake, we have not only the problem with the earthquake, we have also a lot of wars against the Spanish, which was before the Castilians. But they never took Portugal, so we was always strong enough to resist Spain. But one time we had our king family had no childs, and then the crown falling to the Spanish crown, and so it was 3 kings take over Portugal, and after the Portuguese people fight against the kings, and then this place would be passed already with the obelisk in the middle. That is the remember of the reconstruction of the empire after the earthquake. So, oh yeah, okay. Huh? Sorry. So now we will visit a pastry. They have a very nice. Yeah, really. Yes, you know already. We are very famous for this one, and and
A lot of Portuguese where we live.
yeah, you have.
Yes, and we can actually buy these at home. It's so good.
Yeah. So where are you from? From the States?
Here from Boston.
From Boston. Yeah, we know that we have a lot of Portuguese in Boston. Boston and Delaware, I think we have also.
In Cape Cod, there are many too. There's a Portuguese bakery there.
Oh, very great.
I don't know how to do this.
Maybe.
Always goes to the bakery when we stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh boy. No, I think I'd be better off to
Okay.
stay all the way down. There we go.
There we are. But maybe for the lady.
Worry about your stuff. All right.
So there. So sorry for the inconvenience.
So outside of Boston, there's a thing that looks like this.
Ah, okay.
It sticks into the ocean, and it's called Cape Cod. Cape Cod, because of cod fish.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, full of cod. And right here is Provincetown,
Oh.
and that's where the Portuguese live.
Ah, okay. Very good. So so
So
was
we'll go there to the pastry.
And you know, in Chinatown, they make them both ways. No, they make it both ways.
so and you see that is the obelisk of the restauradores. They remember that we take over against the Spanish. So
Good for you.
after 60 years,
We can't trust those Spaniards.
and the next dynasty was from a child of the old dynasty, but not a legal child, so it was not married. So, but it became the dynasty of the Bergansas.
The Portuguese went all the way to Japan.
Yes,
That's amazing.
we cover up about 70% of the coastline of the world. So maybe in America or even in England is very famous the northwest passage over Canada, but who took the northeast
Wow.
was the Portuguese over Russia. So
Good.
we was the first who could navigate on sea. So we take the instrument what the Romans used for building houses and put it upside down, so to the stars.
Wow.
And then we make the first really usable maps, because, for example, the Romans make also maps, but only by how they build the roads. Without roads, they have no maps. And they put some cities who's about 1,000 kilometers far away. They put it just one next to another, because they know they don't could measure the distance. So he was then the first who was alone on the sea, on the sea. Of course, the Vikings was also on sea, but they float from coast to coastline. So never there was anything on the sea, on the ocean. So we was the first one, and it wasn't necessary to be a big country. So, and we are always a small country. We have nowadays only 10 million people. And at the time of the biggest expansion of our empire, we were just 1 million. To compare to it, England had at that time 14 million. So, I've used you know, to find it again, the order you all run very fast. So then after get our position on the sea. So what we did then, when came the other European nations, there all of them was bigger than Portugal. So we have to invent some new tricks. So the trick, one of the most important tricks, how we engineer our ships. We have the type of ship we use. They have two pillars of triangle sails.
Right.
And with triangle sails, you can ship against the wind.
Yep.
So we have just more pillar with triangle. So when we are surrounded with enemies, we put it against the wind, and then we slowly go away. But of course, the problem is we have to turn, take time. So what you do, what we do is we have other type of cannons in that time. On the ships, on the castle we have just usual, but on the ships we have a hole on the deck, and there we put a supply with the powder, with the gun, with the cannonball inside, and then we just shoot, push it up, and push the next one, so it must much faster, and then to push the whole cannon and put it in front. The problem is it was not very precise, but was not the thing what we are searching for. We want just to be very, very dangerous for the enemies around, because we could shoot much more balls than the others, and then we can turn at that time against the wind and escape. So yeah, it's, sometimes it took a long time. Let's go. Oh, you can go to the other side.
This is yours, right?
This is mine, and yours is this one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow,
each one.
amazing.
Yeah, too many people. All right, try it again.
Try it again, yes.
Trying to.
So without or with?
I would try without.
Without. Okay. So, because it is very sweet,
Oh, thank you.
bottle with water.
Very nice, thank you.
So,
I'm gonna zip this up. I'm gonna go.
here we are.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, this winter time is so messed up. Normally we have already good weather since 2 months, but now something is wrong with the climber. Oh.
So is this electric?
Yeah. So we have the rule that the center of Lisbon you can only pass with electric cars, and because we are a tourist company, so it's of course better to have electric cars. So. Oh, we are not. That is not. Yeah, only the center of Lisbon. That is still this side you can use the normal cars, but the tourist side is only electric. Yeah. We want to change. The thing is that we have not that economic power for change it at once. So the people they use their old cars and they have to do his work. So of course.
We don't go very far, so it's enough for the day, usually.
So you already get already that Lisbon have this very hilly shape, yeah, and so we have some instrument to help our people to get in the higher places. So one of them is this on our right side. We called it elevadores because we lift the people up. So, and it is like an tram who is just a little bit different made to come to the upper places. And nowadays it's a tourist attraction, yes. Now we come again to the obelisk to remember of the reconstruction of our empire after Spanish rulership. And then we come to a place who are related to America, not the US, to Brazil. And Brazil was a part of the Portuguese Empire. And after the earthquake, so came Napoleon and want to conquer Portugal, and Portugal decided to change its capital to Rio de Janeiro. So the capital went to Rio de Janeiro with the king family, and when he came back, when Napoleon don't get Portugal, so and the family came back to Portugal, change again the capital. There was the child. The child became then the king of Portugal, was Pedro IV. And now we come to a place where he is on a monolith on top of. And why I mentioned that with Brazil. At first he was a child, on that time he was a prince, and then he got the king, and as king he wanted to decide to make Brazil to be king of Brazil too. So he make two kingdoms, and Brazil get independent by that thing. So we can understand that because he came from Rio de Janeiro, which is a nice city, came to Lisbon and was completely destroyed of the earthquake. And here is the place called Rocio, and the Pedro de Foz is on the top of this monolith on the middle of the place. And the journalist asked him, where you want to bury it? If you are king of both, you want to bury it in Brazil or in Portugal? And he answered, he wants to be buried in Brazil, but his heart will stay in Portugal. So when he died, he was buried in Brazil and his heart is buried in Portugal. So, like he wants. And he is on the top of this monument. No. The Kingdom of Portugal ends 1908, and there begins the Republic. But now we will pass a technical specialty, which was built 1902, which was still in the kingdom time, built by a Portuguese philosopher. His name was Bertrand. He had a French name because we have on that time a lot of French people came into Portugal. So, and you will see it when this house will end, and it's in between both houses here.
This is the area where the hotel was when we cruised.
So please look on the right side, right, and please up. That is a lift built 1902 by the Portuguese philosopher who studied engineering in Germany. So it is powered by a water tank. So the tank, if it is up, they fill it with water, and the tank gets heavy and push the cabin up. So now on the left side, you see the building of the old National Bank of Portugal with very nice cluns, you see? Yep, a lot of money. So then came the dictatorship. So not first, there came the First Republic. And there was a very special situation because we have the biggest fraud on history of Earth. Because there was, we printed our money in the past time in England, London. So this was the scudo currency. So, and there came a guy, and he came to this printer and said to them, "Oh, please, I came from the Portuguese government, and please print another print of the currency of our currency of this year." So, and they said, "Oh, we need approval from your government to make the new printing." And he went home and he wrote this approval by himself. So the printers print the money, the second row of the same money with the same numbers. So, and his plan was to build a bank and buy the National Bank of Portugal, which was half private and half from the state, so you could buy it. So, but it took a lot of money to buy it, and so the inflation went up. And there was a guy, economic professor, who said there's something wrong, that because the inflation don't fit with the numbers of the national bank. And then in the next week, they found two notes of the escudo, the currency, with the same numbers. So that was the reason because Portugal went through the dictatorship, because the army take over the government to put the mess off, and the army put then this professor on charge, and he became then dictator of Portugal to clean up the problem. The problem is he was a professor of economics. Normally he have the knowledge to do it right, but on that long time we get not like the other countries in Europe the industrial revolution. So because he begins the dictatorship a bit before. So now we pass again the Pink Street in a better way. This here. Left side. So on the right side you see now the Mercado do Ribeiro, which was built after the earthquake for the people. That is a old fish market. You see in the middle the cupola, and yeah, it's very nice. They have also some azulejos, these titles inside. And it's still working as fish market or for every stuff, agriculture stuff. And there's also a part which served now as a restaurant. So after the earthquake, we have this Napoleon Wars, and then afterward we have a civil war because of the slaveries. We already end the trade with slaves on the time of the Victoria Queen of England. But we had still slaveries in our colonies in Africa. And then the Portuguese people don't want to have it. And there was the army also again who ended slavery in the colonies. So we have a lot of changes after the earthquake. And it was very difficult to these changes to hold the whole empire. So Brazil get independent because of the will of the king, and then he get it completely free from Portugal or and any kingdom after the next one, because Portugal have not the power anymore to rule something. So that is our garage, and next we go to the wine tasting. And because this is just near and it's easier to free parking, yes. And also there's also the lines, the train lines, and when the the tram wants to pass, then they cannot. With or without?
Without.
Without? Okay. Okay. Maybe easier, you're right.
Maybe. You never know. Oh, that's easy, yes. Back a little bit.
Okay. More here? Okay.
Yeah, good. Oh, that's much easier, yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So I learn with you. Okay. Oh, we can leave that here. Yeah.
I didn't remember it was wine tasting.
Oh, really? No. Where you did the wine tasting? What?
This is said wine tasting, no?
Yeah, we go now to the wine tasting.
I didn't read the things.
Ah, okay, okay.
We signed up about a year ago.
Ah, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I have to go in front because you don't know where you want to go.
Go to the corner, left side.
Some people are just rude.
Nazis took over, and it was just when they came through. And I mean, it just blew my mind. What people are talking about. Interesting.
So our Tuk is here.
He should look like anybody. Let's see this wood. Not very white place, sort of yellow. So he was in the ground. He was all over the place. Yeah.
And probably conversationally as well, which is, I mean, you guys, your English is fabulous.
Thank you.
Because it's not just you speak the words, you speak them clearly, so Americans and British, we can all understand, Europeans, we can all understand.
Yeah, I think we Portuguese have the best English from the southern Europe countries.
Really?
Even the Greeks don't speak that well. Even the Italians and even the Spanish. The Spanish the worst one. Yeah.
Well, there are people on the ship who are now American who've left Europe and they've emigrated and they've raised families. And their accent is stronger than yours is, and they've been living in America for 40 years.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, then you see. So, yeah, cool.
That was very nice, thank you. Wine was good. Cheese and cracker was good.
Yeah, the cheese, the Portuguese cheese are completely underrated, but he knows very good. He knows very good because I don't want to buy any more in the supermarket. I just go to him when I want to just. I have the same problems like my fists. Okay, let's go. There we are. So, we have something in common with America. It is first, you saw already the cable cars here, and they are really from San Francisco. They will board pastime from San Francisco as used. Yeah, and we have this bridge you passed with the ship. Looks like the Golden Gate, but it is made by the same architect who built the Golden Gate, American. So, and when it was finished, we called the bridge 25 of April, like the date of our revolution of freedom. When it was built, it was the longest bridge in Europe. So that is Jose the First. We had the earthquake in Lisbon, 1755, and then the earthquake begins the fires because the oil lamps and a lot of carpets burning. The people flee then to this place. It was before a palace of the king, and then came a tsunami. So the half of the people destroyed, and the whole city have to rebuild again. So and this place was then built for the people, and the king in the middle is Jose the First, who was the king when the tsunami and the earthquake came. So. So now I mentioned already that we have this earthquake and destroyed a lot of Lisbon. So everything what we found here is completely new constructed. The only thing what is nearby left is a church, but they have to pick up every stone of this church to put it again together. And there we passed on that church. We passed in front of, and then you will see why it was worth to pick up all the stones of it. So, and this church is this one. A Nossa Senhora da Conceição Velha. So, and now I show you something you need if you find some guy from Lisbon. If you are in your place and you found some guy from Lisbon and he will ask you a question. If you are not in this talk, you get not the answer of it. He will ask you if you saw the Sant Antonio. The Sant Antonio is the holy figure of Lisbon, and what is mean the Sant Antonio is the Sant Antonio is the church. The statue of Sant Antonio is in the middle there, and the house was in the corner, there's the house where he born. The Sant Antonio is the Catholic church, figure to protect the poor people and the lost things. That is built in 1900 when Sant Antonio was get his holiness degree of the Catholic Church. So that is historically not very important. Historically important is the next church, which is our cathedral. The Cathedral of Lisbon, you see it now in front of us, was built 1147. So Portugal was built 1135, and then begins the Reconquista. That means we fight against the Islam people, the Moorish people. And 12 years later, we arrived to Lisbon, and we built this church. This church was not destroyed on the right side, was not destroyed in the earthquake, it survives. But they have one pillar who moved about 60 centimeters to the side, but the roof doesn't fall down. But since then, when it's raining, it's rain inside. So that is the most rough street here. Sometimes I make the joke that feels like on the back of a horse. So, oops. So now on the right, because Lisbon is very hilly, a lot of hills, we have a lot of miradores. You can translate it to viewpoints. And this is the viewpoint of Santa Lucia, which is this little church. And from here you see the harbor. And the next viewpoint comes right now, and it have a poetic name. It's called Portas do Sol, which means the doors to the sun. And here is always very lightly. The sun, when it comes in, it light up everything here. You see, there's this one. So then Lisbon invited a lot of modern artists to build some places like they like to or like they want. And one of these examples we see on the left side. Here, next behind the bus station, there is a mosaic of a woman. Some people, it is the most important fadista. We have the fado, which is a very important kind of music for Portugal. And some people, mentioned that is the most important singer. So what I have? A passion what?
Carry the seats around and things like that for Easter.
Celebration before Easter.
Ah, celebration Easter.
It's a passion parade.
Ah, yeah, we have we. Okay, we have a problem. I have a technical problem. So no, I cannot go. I have to go. So, yeah. So, the Tuk is damaged. Just a moment, I have to phone my boss. Um, Olá. Olha, o Tuk não pode subir as subidas. Eu estou aqui parado. Não tem força. Ele não sobe. Ele não sobe. Eu estou parado. Eu não sei, mas ele não sabe aqui para. Não sabe para a igreja, graça. O que queres que eu faça? Não? Pá, isso, eu tenho os clientes lá dentro. O outro já, ele não parou para mim. Pá, isso não funciona, pá. Os clientes são leves. Isso não funciona. Olha, olha, vai-se telefonar a ele. Nós temos aqui 2, lá tem 4. Juntos somos 6. Ele pode andar com os 2 aqui. Sim. Tá bem, pronto, tá. Obrigado. So, the problem is that the Tuk have not the power to climb this part, and so what I consider, to at least my boss will that do, to call the other guy back, because we have 6 seats on the Tuk, and then you can change the Tuk and go with the other one, and I look that I bring the Tuk back to the garage somehow. Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna fit. I don't know how we're gonna fit in it.
Yeah, it's difficult, yes. Just. Oh, he comes back, so yeah. I'm so sorry that we can.
Nothing you can do.
I can do be sorry.
Yeah.
So, but I can maybe I can explain a little bit about Portugal in that while when he comes back. So we was always this small country, so then came the big earthquake 1755. Then came next the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon tried to conquer Portugal. He didn't get it. You have to change the capital. And when the capital comes back, the son, Pedro IV, came in power. And he lived in Lisbon, in a destroyed city. And he saw the Rio de Janeiro, which was, of course, much beautiful than the destroyed city of Lisbon. Then, so after it takes a few years, another few years, and Portugal, Brazil leave it completely, the kingdom, and Portugal had a lot of enemies on sea. The only one who stands by Portugal was the English, because we have the old alliance between England and Portugal since 1384. Yeah, there we are. So then I will.
You hold up.
Yep. So yeah, like you want.
Yep. Oh, on land again.
Okay. Pá, isso não faz diferença, pá.
Não faz?
Não faz.
Pronto,
É
ok.
tão leve, tão difícil. Nem subir esse.
Não,
Aqui.
ok.
Tô-
Eu acho que eles conseguem que eles estavam aqui. Obrigado. Está bem, sim. Obrigado. Nada, obrigado. Tranquilo. Assim. Obrigado. Sim, tranquilo, obrigado. Mas eu acho que eu consigo
So it is okay with the, or you need another hand for help? Okay.
I don't know how we're gonna do it.
We'll have to do them in the front. You push them around so we get in, okay?
So,
Okay, well, thank you.
oh, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Han, just stop. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Não é a bateria. É, o motor não tinha força. Tá. So I will help you just a moment. So there's just a and podes ajudar? Eu não sei como é o cinto. Ah, já está. Nossa, pá, agora estás a fazer isto, pá. little. Was ist das? Por que tu estás aqui parado? Ok, para frente ou para trás?
Pode ser pra trás. Você já tá assim, vai pra frente e vai de baixo pra trás.
Tá bem. Acho que não vai. É o 22 que eu posso levar ou como é?
Sim. Aí o que eu quero que você faça? Só dá uma passada da esfregona no chão daquele tuk e baixa as capas. Esse aqui precisa fazer o checklist. Tá?
O 22?
É.
Sim.
Tá?
O que tem?
No que você tava? No 25.
Sim. Vai fazer limpeza agora.
Uma limpeza e baixa as capas e fazer o checklist desse que precisa. E daí eu vou te dar vou te falar para você trocar as matrículas lá. Você vai ter que voltar lá para fazer o tour, né?
Sim, matrícula? Qual matrícula trocar?
É a placa, a matrícula do TUC.
Ah, tu vais me telefonar a eles ou eu?
Eu vou falar para você, vou te dar uma matrícula e você fala assim, eu vou substituir essa matrícula.
Ah, tá
entendeu?
bem, certo. Ok. É no novo terminal, sim.
É, acho que
Sim, tá. Ah. Olha, 50 para um parking no terminal.
Tá, eu te dando a volta, pode ser? Que agora eu não consigo te dar.
Tá bem. Olha, eu posso limpar o tuco outro dia, porque quando eu venho,
Sim.
porque isso não vai funcionar agora, só porque já tem pouco tempo.
Só manda o checklist.
So, bye. It have not the possibilities to go further.